So this is supposed to be a video game representation for body positivity, and yet they like kind of hid and removed her double chin and some of the. They made her video game version still look thinner than she does in real life.
Because it's just a giant virtue signal here.
Yes,
like that's all it is. Look, Dove cares about these people. Buy our soap.
By the way, that looks like the worst game I've ever seen in my life, but all right, fine.
Oh, okay.
Look at this sad music. She's in her dressing room. It's so sad. Oh no. She's actually fat. It's so sad.
74% of girls feel underrepresented in video games. Look at that.
Okay.
Underrepresented.
Wow.
Yeah.
Representation is very important, Adam.
74% of girls are severely overweight and would like to be I would like to be represented in video games.
How come, in this commercial, right? So this person is presumably an actress or
right.
Well, it's kind of confusing because it looks like they're an actress for movies, but she's in a video game. So I guess she's a motion cap actress for video games or something. But they're an actress for this character that's very famous. And the character that she's playing, she's paid to play. That is her job to play, is this like skinny character. And yet she's allowed herself to get fat. I mean, isn't that a failing of her, like literally her career? Like if your career is to be an actor and actress, part of that is maintaining your body to to look like whatever the character you're playing.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, we do have fat actresses and fat actors, so.
Sure, but it's always like it's bad if you have, someone who's supposed to be an action star. Like, I don't know if you saw Blade 3. It was very obvious in Blade 3 that Wesley Snipes was not actually buff. Like he was too lazy to get buff in that movie.
Really?
And like when he takes off, so the whole movie he's wearing this big trench coat. And then there's like one scene where he takes it off and he's wearing this like really tight red shirt underneath, but it's very clear that it's like fake muscles, like pads in the shirt.
No way.
Because in Blade 1, Wesley Snipes takes off his jacket and you see he's like,
he's ripped.
Yes. Yeah. Blade 3, he's like, you know what? He's like, Blade 1 was a good movie. Blade 3 is like, this movie sucks. I'm not even going to get in shape for this. Like, just give me the fake muscles.
Ryan Gosling in the Barbie movie, I was like, are those real? Is that real?
Yes, he was
his
ripped.
abs are like sticking out.
Yes, he was so buff in that movie.
Yeah, crazy.
But I just think it's interesting that none of that plays in this conversation with any of that. Like if you're being paid to be an actor and actress, part of that is maintaining a body weight for the character.
Sure, and there's are video games aspirational? Do you really want to see, even if you are chubby, overweight, whatever you want to call it, do you really want to see the characters in your video game be chubby and overweight? I'm not sure I do. I can be unattractive and still like looking at attractive people, right?
No, Adam wants to. I don't know if you know this. Okay, you don't know this because you're beautiful. All right, so you've never experienced this. But like, if you're ugly, like me, all right, you want to make sure that all the people in your media are also ugly, so that you feel represented.
Look, first of all, I'm not Brad Pitt over here. There are people. I live in Hollywood. Okay, there are people that are much more attractive than me.
You're a 5 in Hollywood, but anywhere else you'd be a 9, baby.
But look, if I'm going out with my friends, I mean, I like hanging out with other guys that are attractive because it's like, look, it brings more attention to us. What are you talking about?
Adam's like, listen, no uggos in my friend group.
Well, look, we got some uggos in our friend group, but that's okay.
No, the move is you got to get guys that are like, you don't want them to be so ugly that they put like people off from talking to you, but they're but they're less attractive than you, so you look like the most obviously attractive person in the group. That's the
Look,
move.
people range in attractiveness, but you got to admit we live in a world where attractive people get attention.
Of course.
This is why they're used in video games, because they want to get attention on their video game.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is, and we'll talk about this a lot going through this video. The central component of feminist ideas about objectification are scientifically nonsense.
Right.
Because the idea is that, like, oh, a man sees an attractive woman and he just create in his mind, because she's attractive or because she's
Right.
wearing a skimpy outfit, he just sexualizes her, and she is no longer a person. She is
an object.
She's an object. She is sexually objectified. And all psychological studies show that it's literally the opposite. That if
Right.
a person interacts or sees a person who's more attractive, they're actually more likely to empathize with that person, trust that person, and care about that person just based on their attractive level.
Right. Yeah. They see him as more human.
Yes, exactly. They see him as more human, not less. And that's exactly why movies would try to, get, well, used to
Attractive, attractive protagonists.
People. Yes, because then it makes it's like a cheating way to get you to empathize with the character.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
And it's so funny because we all know this. If you see, there's a really good Plinkett review of Avatar.
Yes, I know.
And
what the little dog knows.
Yes, right.
I love dogs.
Yes, and he talks about, and he kind of compares Avatar to District 9. And
oh, yes. Yeah.
Or was that the right number? I don't know. Whatever the
it is movie... District 9. Yeah,
okay, District 9, yeah. And he was talking about how, like, District 9 was very interesting.
The prawns.
Yeah, they made the aliens look really gross. They had, like, these, if you've never seen it, they had these, like shrimp prawn faces with all the little, like, tendril thingies. And yet the movie is so well written that you end up empathizing with these, like, really ugly, gross looking aliens.
Christopher Johnson. I still remember his name.
Christopher Johnson. That's right. That was his name. Yes. You end up empathizing with these, like, really gross looking weird aliens. But he was talking about how in Avatar, they kind of cheat because they make the Na'vi look like so cute. And they give them the big Disney eyes.
Disney eyes.
Yes, they give them the big Disney eyes, and they give them the little dog nose, and that's like, it's just so well known that if you think something is cute or you think it's attractive, it's so much easier for you as a person to empathize with them. So the whole concept of female sexual objectification is just complete nonsense.
Right.
And yet it's still stuck with us to this day.
Yeah, the woman in this Dove ad kind of reminds me of my crappy boss from the coffee shop. So I'm not empathizing with this woman. I'm like, where do I clock out? How do I get out of this game?
Right. Oh, look. I don't know about you, but I have a pop-up for Avatar.
Oh, yeah. How'd you do that? We partnered with Unreal Engine. Women in games to change this. Okay, great.
We're gonna fix
this. Yeah.
There you go. See, we got the fat version now.
What do you think the stats are for women that play these first-person shooter games versus men?
Well, first of all, Adam, this would be a third-person game.
Okay, well, you look. Anyway.
So
minor difference.
So I believe whenever they do these studies, the largest category of games that women play are puzzle games, and I believe
there's not even body in there.
Yeah, well, it depends what kind of puzzle game, but yeah, very often there's no, like, person there. And then the second one, I believe, the second highest is usually sim games or simulator games. So like The Sims, or the farming games, Harvest Moon, or whatever the heck those games are called.
Right. So it's just kind of ridiculous that, this product here, if it was really a product, obviously it's not. This game would probably be 95% played by guys.
Yeah, maybe 80, like there's still like 20% of like women will play, third and first person shooters, but obviously, it's not the majority.
Right. Cool.
There you go. Let's make virtual beauty. And that's the real person that they base this avatar off of right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, not great. So
Well, just look, is that, I mean, that is like a, you don't see that kind of overweight a lot, right? I mean, maybe I just live in Los Angeles, but
I think you
that's
live in Los
maybe
Angeles. Adam.
one in
Depends where you
100
live.
people.
Depends where
Yeah.
you live.
Okay.
I do think
where
it's,
do you live that's like 1 in 2 people?
listen, there are places in this country, Adam. I don't know if you know. Okay.
Really?
Those places that you on your coastal elites will fly over on your aeroplanes when you're going from coast to coast.
I mean, you don't see people that big, and I mean, you do, but I mean, it's like 1 in 100 people. It's
Listen, look
not.
at it.
I don't go to the grocery store and see that kind of
Chat, how do you feel about
configuration.
this? How do you feel about this, chat? Adam is unaware of the patties.
Okay. Look, I'm not a what do you even call it? An ableist?
Mhm.
Look, I've had overweight friends before. I'm not a snob. Like
Right.
I don't think people should be shamed for being overweight. I think
Mhm.
losing weight is tough. I mean, if you let yourself go, it's very difficult to rein it back in. You got to keep it under control. Yeah.
People are saying 1 out of 3 people in Vegas look like that. A lot of people in the South look like that. A lot of people in Walmarts in Florida look like that. 4 out of 10 women in Seattle look like that.
Well,
LA is its own world, Adam. You don't understand, okay?
Seattle, you got to keep on the pound just so you don't freeze to death. So
There you go.
It's
There you
serves
go.
a purpose in Seattle.
There you go. Some of Adam's best friends are overweight. I guess not. I guess not. Did you like that even like in the, so this is supposed to be like a video game representation for body positivity, and yet they like kind of hid and removed her double chin. And some of the, they made her video game version still look thinner than she does in real life.
They did, didn't they? Look
Isn't
at
that
that.
funny?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? They're like, listen, she's fat, but we can only make the video game character
More
so
realistic, but let's not go insane here.
Yeah, I mean, like the real woman has a much larger stomach.
I mean, why didn't they put her in a little half top like that?
Yeah, have her stomach sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't they do that? It's a good question.
This is just so strange.
So, okay, so this came out, obviously, as I'm sure you can imagine, lots of people made fun of this.
Because it's just a giant virtue signal here.
Yes.
Like, that's all it is. Look, Dove cares about these people. Buy our soap. How's it not?
It is.
That's 100% what's going on. Look, you don't play video games. You're too old for that. You care about moisturizing your skin while you're in the shower.
Right.
Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.